Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Habari Live. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go to podcast for the Pulse of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Ellison, and my co host
Aisha.
will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in our vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city. Yes, yes, yes. Today we have a really special guest in the house, a really remarkable young individual who is making a difference in the community. We have Mari McWilliams. She's a 13-year-old entrepreneur and author based in Phoenix, Arizona. She is the founder of Mari's Gold Snow Cones, a business that offers customized snow cones for private events and vendor markets. Each cone comes with a free toy and a chance to spin the wheel for prizes featuring over 20 flavors and various toppings to create delightful memories. Murray is
There you go.
also the author of
Thank you.
Murray's Big Idea, a journey from fear to courage, a heartwarming story about a 12-year-old girl who starts her own snow cone business, reflecting Murray's entrepreneurial journey. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
How you doing? I hope I did okay on that.
You did great.
Okay, appreciate it. You're an inspiring individual. You're doing a lot of different things out here that's really making a difference. And when you have someone like yourself that's making a difference out here and really putting your work, your hard work and dedication on the line, because you don't have, you could be out playing soccer or something, you could
Yeah.
be doing some different things, and you're out here teaching others and reaching others, serving others, and just growing your ability to be a great adult. I see great things from you, because it's nothing, with everything that you're doing, you're going headstrong on it and you're going all the way, and that's your parenting and the way you're growing up. That's awesome, and I really want to give you a hand for that, because
Thank you.
there's a million things you could be doing,
Yeah.
and you're choosing to do the right thing. So, what inspired you to start Mari's Gold Snow Cones, and at such a young age?
Well, I've been to a lot of vendor markets with my parents,
Hmm.
and I've gotten to know a few other entrepreneurs personally, and I
Okay.
realized that it's pretty cool and it's very fun, and I do enjoy it. And also, it's awesome to be working with other kids who have the same mindset as myself,
Yeah,
and we can all kind of grow and rise up together.
man, that is so cool. And then, I wish I was doing this instead of playing with He Man and GI Joes. I could have been I could have been selling some snow cones or something. Yeah, I love it. I really like what you're doing, man. It's really really exciting. And other kids, how do they feel when
Um,
they hear about what you're doing, and your journey and everything?
They're actually really supportive. I've actually employed some of my other friends and I pay them to help me with
Right.
larger events. So we all kind of think it's pretty cool and very fun talking to people and kind of just making connections
Yeah.
and making money so we can go on shopping sprees and stuff like that.
Right. That's what it's about. You're still a kid. You still want to have fun.
Yeah.
But you're also a businesswoman,
Hmm.
and nowadays, it's not many,
Yeah.
especially of your age, and then we trying to get more black people into this market. You want to
Hmm.
have more people with entrepreneurial skills, especially those that of color, and those especially women. Today it's a big deal, seeing that some of these people get left out of a lot of situations, and to own your own and to learn that at such a young age is
Hmm.
really remarkable. Can you share some of the challenges you face while starting your business, and how did you overcome them?
So some of the challenges I've had is actually when I like started
Hmm.
and I wasn't really making that many sales, but then I realized that it wasn't my target audience, so I kind of had to fit into another room and kind
Okay.
of make my own crowd. And also kind of talking to people is pretty difficult cuz I get really nervous and
Yeah.
like it's kind of hard trying to figure out the right things to say.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I think we all have that issue.
Mhm.
Everybody don't think that other people aren't having the same issues that you are.
Mhm.
People always, even grown-ups, have those issues of, am I saying the right things?
Yeah.
Am I coming off as the right way? Am I talking to the right people?
Mhm.
And that's very, very intellectual and business minded of you to be able to see exactly who you need to talk to, and that you were talking to the wrong people. You
Yeah.
were in the wrong rooms, and that's a good business mind to be able to figure those things out and figure out exactly who you need to be talking to,
Mhm.
and exactly who will help your business grow. That's awesome that you were able to see that and get that going. And like I said, like at such a young age. And tell the people how old you are.
I'm 13 and I'm turning 14 in
My
August.
goodness, 13.
Mhm.
What do we have on the chat? We have anything good? Got Mari shouting you out. Shout out to my cousin. She is so cute. Love it. I love it. This is what it's about, and and supporting each other and making sure that others understand and learn about what you're doing and what you bring it to the forefront.
Mhm.
That's what the community is about, and that's what Habari Entertainment's about. We're just always trying to make sure that people hear about people like you,
Mhm.
and we want to put you on a pedestal and make sure people learn about what you're bringing to the forefront, because that's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's so many things. Like I said, there's so many things you could be doing. So, how do you balance running a business, writing, and also doing your school responsibilities?
Well, school responsibilities, I'm really organized, so I kind
Okay.
of try and finish all of my work during school. And
Mm-hmm.
also, my school has like this advisory class, so I can finish my homework there.
Okay.
And then writing books, I kind of do that like in the afternoon, kind of just cooking up stories for like a on a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And for like other stuff, I kind of just go with the flow.
Right.
And snow cones, I do that on the weekends and
Mhm.
kind of whenever I'm needed, so it's kind of easy.
Okay. For sure. I mean, I know it's a definitely a balancing act when you're trying to make sure that you're putting in enough time in your school work for you don't fall behind in your books,
Yeah.
and but you also want to make sure that you're focused on your business so your business doesn't fall behind and you start losing revenue and money and responsibilities. So, you have your books with you today. Let's talk about what you some of the books that you brought with you today, and what they're about, and what was your some of your inspiration behind them.
Okay, so my first book is Mari's Big Idea. This was the first one that I've ever written, and it's basically talking about my story and how
Hmm.
I started so I can inspire other kids to start and learn that it's not the end of the world when something doesn't go your way,
Yeah.
and how like your biggest enemy can be yourself most of the time, and just
Hmm.
conquering over that is really important.
Yeah.
And then my second one is Mari and the Safari, and it's kind of directed towards younger children.
Hmm.
And it's basically about like Mari traveling in the safari and finding all about like different animals and fun facts about them.
Wow.
And then this last one isn't really a book, but it's kind of just an animal tracing and coloring book as
Yeah.
well. So yeah.
Man, that's amazing. Amazing. So, what was the inspiration behind becoming an author? What did you feel as though that you there were stories that you wanted to tell? What was your inspiration?
Kind of just to have a whole idea of just like raising other kids up with myself and
Hmm.
like showing that we can all win, we can all be winners. There's no real competition, we can just collab.
Hmm.
And it's just really important to me that I can be as inspirational as possible to other people.
Man, and that's what it's about.
Hmm.
It's about inspiring others, and if you can inspire another 13-year-old to follow in your footsteps and build something that
Hmm.
can change your life, your parents' life, your kids' life, other things for next generations, that's what it's about, and
Hmm.
that's what we all do this for. I want to leave this to my daughter. I want to make sure she has something that she can build off of, and that's what it's all about. Generational wealth, as my boy say.
Hmm.
We we're all working to make sure the next generation is better than the generation that we were in. That's what parents want to do. That's what we all want. And you know what else isn't more important than that? I don't know. So, what strategies have you found effective in attracting and retaining customers for Mari's Gold Snow Cones?
So me, I kind of like to make it all about the customer and
Mm-hmm.
kind of just fit to their standards. We
Yeah.
also have 20 different flavors of snow cone, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of easy to tell what you want.
Okay.
I'm also hosting my own children's market on
Wow.
October 25th of this year back in Gilbert, Arizona.
Okay.
And I kind of just what I like to do is I like to promote it as
Mm-hmm.
well on my social medias.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are some of the strategies that I
Talk
use.
about some of the custom snow cones that you do provide, some of the flavors, and what was your style and ideas when you created your snow cone that you wanted to put forth?
So with my snow cones, I like to take together flavors, and then when
Okay.
I get the flavors together, I like to think of a name. When
Mm.
I do birthday parties, I make a customized menu kind
Okay.
of fit towards the birthday party. Like for
Wow.
example, after this, I have a Bob Marley themed birthday party.
Okay.
So we kind of like made it more personal
Yeah.
to the customer
Hmm.
and renaming the flavors and stuff like that.
Okay. That sounds very very interesting.
Hmm.
I love some Bob Marley, so that is the dude. So, can you tell us more about the interactive experience you offer at your at Mari's Goes, like the prize wheel and the free toys?
So, kind of going back onto the free toys, that's kind of how I make a more personal interaction with the kids. I'll be
Okay.
like, "Oh, are you into like fidget toys, poppets, stuff like that?"
Okay.
And yeah, kind of just making it more about the customer.
Making it more custom so, towards what they want and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then just having snow cones. What made you guys come up with that idea of saying, "Hey, we can do custom parties and events, just offering snow cones"? Because I've really never even heard of those type of ideas, me myself.
Yeah, so like when we go to the vendor markets, we meet a lot of different people and
Okay.
kind of like what they like seeing. And then also
Hmm.
just like scrolling on social media, you run into
Yeah.
all types of things. So we kind of just took ideas from a whole different places and kind of
Yeah.
just made it a business.
Yeah, man. I mean, the catering for snow, that's pretty good idea. You want to cater towards what the people want and how the people are doing things, birthday parties and different things like that. Everybody's trying to be really customized with what they do so they can post it online, and their social media can be a little different because they're bringing something different. That's what people do nowadays. And I think it's
Hmm.
pretty dope because, you always want to bring the arts into things and make things better. And I think that's a dope way of doing it. So, what message do you hope young readers take away from your book, Big Idea?
I hope that they could take away that like the average 9 to 5 job isn't like the only option. And
Hmm.
as it is a pretty solid option, but there is other ideas and kind of just, being your own person and
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Because, we're bred to be workers for someone else.
Hmm.
We have to go to higher schools and higher knowledge to be able to get the knowledge to run businesses, to be
Hmm.
able to teach others how to become business people. There's a lot of things that I'm still learning on how to become a business person. You might be ahead of me in some things, 'cause,
Yeah.
because running a business is hard. It's not easy. So where can I buy her book? Where can you buy the book? People want to know.
So we have Amazon, Ingham Spark, Barnes and Noble, and kind of just other. Because if you just look up the book, there's a bunch of different platforms
Hmm.
that kind of pop up when you
Yeah.
look it up, but mainly on those three platforms.
Okay. So go and get it, people. Support and help to get this young lady to another level. We would love to see different books and things from you in the future. So that to get people to help you and buy your books would help to definitely get you to the next level. So, what advice would you give to other young aspiring entrepreneurs who want to start their own businesses?
I would say that getting started is really just the hardest part. And if you kind of just throw yourself out there, everything will come together.
Hmm.
And if you kind of just pray on it, keep your faith, and just make sure that it kind of just goes together, then you should be good.
There you go. That's good advice because the main thing is, like you said, you just get an idea.
Hmm.
You have that idea. Don't give up on your idea. Even if others may have your idea, they don't have your way of thinking and bringing that idea to the forefront.
Hmm.
So others, you have to always think outside the box and do what you can. Let's see what they're saying here. I'm very impressed with her putting customers first. To know that at such a young age is amazing. I know adults that don't have that skill. That's That's for real.
Then there's questions on how can they sign up to be a part of the vendors market.
We actually have a Instagram. It's called Dream underscore Builders AZ on Instagram and TikTok,
Okay.
and there should be a link in the website.
That's great. And they also want to know where to follow you for they can to learn more about you.
So on Instagram, Twitter, um, Facebook, and TikTok, it's Mari's Gold underscore snow cones.
There you go. There you go, man. You go follow her. Help her out. We want Mari's Gold to be the number one snow cone in America. That's the mission.
Mhm.
What? Yeah, that's craziness. What are they talking about? Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, they tripping. um, all right, let's see here. Did I lose my next question? Hmm. Yes, I did. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right. So, how do you envision the future of Mari Gold snow cones? Are there any new projects or expansions on the horizon?
We are working on getting more books out. Once
Okay.
again, the vendor market that's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just getting a concession trailer and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the concessions trailer. Tell us a little bit about that. Is that like what they have behind the trucks? Like a little trailer to behind the trucks where you can do the snow cones there on location and things
Yeah,
like that.
it's kind of like a mini snack trailer where I
Hmm.
can kind of just, cuz a food truck is like it's too much for snow cones.
Yeah.
So a concession trailer is a little more my style.
Yeah. Something small.
Yeah, and it's easier to customize too.
For sure.
Hmm.
So, tell us a little bit about the style of snow cone. Are you using a more of a just like what's I forget the one snow cones in the little cups, or is it ice like that, or is it more of a shaved ice that you're using?
Definitely more of a shaved ice.
Okay, for sure. That's
Hmm.
dope. That's dope. That's definitely give it a different flavor to it, different
Yeah.
consistency. Definitely. So, who helped you to come up with those ideas and those decisions to make those to create the ice the cones that way?
So we actually started off having like two snow cones stacked on top of each other, and then we
Wow.
realized that it was harder for the flavor to get to the bottom,
Okay.
and it was kind of just leaking off of the side.
Okay.
And then we were looking on Amazon for different cup styles, and then we
Mhm.
found these flower cups. So what I do is I put a little like ice on it,
Mhm.
and then I use a shaper to shape it around, and then
Okay.
I like put a rod through it, so then the flavor can really get to the bottom.
Wow.
Hmm.
Great ideas. And you, like I said, you guys are quick on your feet. You know,
Hmm.
you're seeing what works for you. You're changing when you need to. That's all. That's what good business people do, and that's why you're doing such a good job.
Hmm.
So tell me, kind of, what's your thought pattern on your social media? How do you help? How do you reach your customers? What are you doing to reach people on your social media?
Kind of just posting on a regular basis and
Hmm.
taking footage from my markets, editing that, and then just throwing it out onto the internet, and kind of just taking a leap of faith and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Are you showing people like the processes of you cooking? I mean, making the ice and putting things together because people like to see that type stuff.
Yeah, we do have a lot of like different things on our social medias,
Hmm.
and we do have like footage of me shaving the ice, putting the flavor on, serving it to the customers, and
Yeah.
kind of just the crowd
Yeah.
that is sprung from the snow cones.
Okay. Yeah. You guys, like I said, man, you guys are amazing. You're doing an amazing job, and I really applaud your parents and everything that they've taught you, and you're doing a great job. And I would want my daughter to look up to someone like you because that's it's amazing. And this is what you want from the
Hmm.
kids. This is what we want you guys to see. So this is really, really, really amazing. Um, what do we have? Anything? It's just craziness. What is wrong with these people, man? All right, man. So we don't have any other good questions coming here. Let's see what else do I have. Do you ever want to get a brick and mortar? Is that something that you would see in the future? Besides, I know you want to do the trailer, but in the future, you have a little place where you can people can come to your locations.
Storefronts, yeah, but I'd rather keep it more mobile so we can like travel more, reach more customers, cuz like not everyone can like travel that far.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
kind of want to make it more comfortable for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hmm.
And you putting up the brick and mortar sometimes can put you in a location, and that location can sometimes can hurt you because you can't get to people and some people can't get to you, like
Yeah.
you said. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We're only in 20 minutes in, man. Let's see. What's the most customers you've had at one time? That's from one of the viewers. Uh,
Um, there was one event where we partnered with a local church. Shout out to
hmm
Faith Christian,
hmm
and we had about 1,000 people there because
mm,
it was 4 different services,
right.
so it was a lot of people. And then also we partnered with Restoring AZ. Those events usually have like 500
Mm,
people, so
hmm
yeah.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
What was some of the things that you felt that has put you guys in a better in the position that you are today? What do you feel as though has been the successful things for you that you feel as though has put you here where you can be more successful for the future?
I would say just staying motivated
Hmm
is the most important part for me.
Yeah, yeah, man. Motivation and just trying to keep yourself focused is really really what it's about. Do you have any questions, babe? Anything?
Yeah, the audience is asking which book sold the most.
Definitely my Mari's Big Idea, because I know a lot of like kids at my school and just a lot of people in general. So that one sold the most, and I feel like it has a more motivational story that people could relate to, because
Hmm
everyone has fears and doubts,
Yeah,
and you know.
yeah, man. Yeah, we all do. And that's a big deal. Is fighting those fears and getting over them. What's up?
Oh yes, I actually do have some new products.
Okay.
I actually have this Mari's Gold doll,
Oh my
and dolls are
goodness.
going to be available soon on Amazon. We just got her in,
Oh, that is
so
dope.
yeah.
So who supplied this and who created it for you, and where did the design ideas come from?
We had someone from overseas,
Hmm
and they kind of just we gave them a vision and they made it come to life.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah.
So you're hoping to manufacture more and hoping to get more into the dolls
Yeah.
industry, or is it just something you're just doing novelty wise?
It's kind of just a bunch of everything, just
Hmm
going with the flow.
Yeah, and see what works for you. What
Yeah.
does? Yeah, that's very smart. Very very smart, man. Are you interested in teaching young children how to start a business? Maybe do like
Workshops.
workshops and things like that.
Um I was thinking of doing like Zoom classes, and also
Yeah.
at the market, if anyone who doesn't have a business still wants to be a part of it, we could
hmm
definitely like DM them, cuz all you need is an idea and
Yeah,
anything can come to life.
that's real. That is real, and you have to have your positive outlook too.
Mhm.
You can't look at things negative. People go into things and they have this negative outlook, thinking that I can't. And when you think you can't, you've already lost.
Mhm.
You have to think that you can. And I love that how positive you are. You could tell that you have this outlook of I can do what I want to do. And it's too many kids are feeling that they can't make it, they can't do it because that's what their parents and that's what the people around them are telling them. And we got to teach positivity. Um, Yeah, yeah, yeah. What else we got? What else do you do besides books and snow cones? Yeah, they want to know do any what else? What other type of hobbies you have besides books and snow cones?
Other hobbies? I have a lot of hobbies. I
Mhm.
play sports. I actually play 6 different instruments, or I've played 6 different
mm,
instruments. My main is flute, and I'm first chair, which means that I'm the best in my section.
mm,
I was also in all state band, accepted into it twice. And I also do like baking and cooking. I also
yeah.
have a YouTube channel where I'm starting to post like me playing video games and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. What's your favorite games right now?
My favorite games, I play like stuff like GTA, Minecraft, Roblox, just
Hmm
stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not into the Minecraft and the Roblox, but I know what GTA is. I played that as a little kid,
Hmm.
and I played that up until an adult. The last one, the one that went all internet on this, I didn't play that one, but I always love GTA. It's just a different. It definitely brings me back to my childhood and playing it when it was on Nintendo. You
Hmm.
know, on the 8-bit system, 16-bit back in the Dizzy. But I visit your page and I see you do story time where you review books. Will you ever do it in person?
I did have a story time in snow cones event like a few weeks ago, I think,
Hmm.
where I went to a school and I read the books and I sold my snow cones and
Yeah.
stuff. And reviewing books, I do have books that I read and I review, just kind of putting people's names out there and making
Hmm.
sure that they can get their name out there and their brand too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's hey, it's always about helping each other, helping each other. So how did she come up with the name for her business?
So I really like flowers,
Hmm.
and I was kind of like I looked on Google and I was looking through flowers and stuff, and then I saw the marigold and I'm like, "Okay, this has my name in it." So I think I'll just make that into my business.
It was
Mhm.
really really insightful. I mean, that's what you want. You want something that's a play on your name
Mhm.
or something, and you can bring it together, and
Yeah.
it's also something that people can think of, and it's on the tip of their tongue. So that's really 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 smart, and that's what it's all about. So you said you was the best at the flute, right? But
Yeah.
they want to know what was your favorite instrument, or was that your favorite also?
So I would say biased opinion. I would say that that's my favorite cuz I'm the best at it.
Right.
But I think my favorite was probably the alto saxophone, and if
Ooh,
not that one, then definitely the violin.
I love the sax. I love the violin.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's those two instruments are my favorite.
Yeah.
If a song is going to capture me, they usually have a nice little violin in there.
Mhm.
I love that. I mean, there's nothing more that puts you in that mood than a violin, man. It just gets you there. It makes you think. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful instrument, and I agree with you. Those two are, and then like I said, the saxophone. Oh my goodness, it's just it's just great. Those instruments are
Yeah.
always great. So more people having questions. What do you ever see yourself acting or singing in the future?
Oh, I already have done both of those
Hmm.
actually. I've been in a Willy Wonka performance, Matilda Jr., Shrek Jr., Seussical Jr., which I was
Hmm.
actually the Cat in the Hat,
Hmm.
and then also Annie.
Wow. So how did you feel about those performances? Do you feel okay in front of the crowd? Were you nervous?
Oh, I love the attention. Like it's
Yeah.
just so much fun working with other people because theater
Hmm.
people are really fun and they
Yeah.
they can actually relate to me because we are
Hmm.
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Theater people are very, very, very flamboyant,
Hmm.
very open, very strong-minded and self-willed.
Hmm.
I love actors because they put you in a place and take you to a place where you can use your imagination. Even though we watch movies all the time, we watch TV shows, we're still using our imagination. We're still making something that we know isn't real and making you feel like it's happening for real.
Hmm.
And that's what I always love about movies and acting. Um, we already I said she sings. She already sings. We know that. Thanks for those questions. Um, Tamara King wants to know what places have you traveled?
I've been traveling a lot since I was like kind of younger, but mostly
Hmm.
in states. But I've been to some places in Mexico,
Mm,
and I actually just got back from a Costa Rica trip
mm,
through my school, and
yeah.
it was really cool because there was like a lot of greenery, and like the food wasn't like so processed, and it was
Hmm.
like really good. Like I ate more there than I did here, and I lost
Wow.
like 5 pounds. It was pretty cool, and also kind of just seeing the culture was really nice because we went to a school like with the younger kids and they kind
Hmm.
of taught us about their culture and it was
Yeah.
pretty cool just kind of getting to know about that.
That is always cool. It's always cool to learn about different cultures and people, man. I live for that.
Hmm.
It's the history of the people, how they got there, where they came from. I love learning about those things. So we're down to our last moments here, but let's tell everyone. They already asked, but tell them again how to follow you, your pages, anything that you have upcoming that you want to tell us about, and any shout outs that you want to do.
Okay, so first of all glory to God. He's been so amazing throughout this whole time. Shout out to my parents, shout out to the churches that I partnered with, shout out to Restoring AZ. You guys can follow me once again at marsgold_snow cones, the upcoming business fair that I'm having. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So, well, last questions from Poppet Creations before we get out of here. Do you do anything with schools? I would love to help you get books into as many kids that need it.
I do a lot of things with schools. Like
Hmm.
I said, I did a story time at a school.
Okay.
I've gotten my books into like libraries, which
Hmm.
I think is kind of close.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do a lot of stuff with schools.
Okay. Well, hopefully, Tamara, if you can reach out to her, and help her to get more books into more schools, that would be awesome. That's what it's all about. We're all about helping each other and bringing and moving each other up and helping each other to a different level. This is what we do. Go ahead and switch the camera. We appreciate everybody that watched, and we appreciate Mari for coming through and telling us about her business and her books. She's a very, very amazing person. Please go and follow her. Book signings, yeah, 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 yeah. That would be awesome if you let us know if you have one coming. Book signings and things
Hmm.
like that, because people would definitely want to know. They really like what you're doing and want to follow you. So hit us up, let us know if you have anything going on like that, and we'll let the people know.
Hmm.
So we appreciate everyone that's watching. We'll be right back with more Habari Live and more politics. Thanks.